this video, I'm going to be giving you a basic tutorial on how to operate and drive one of these guys, which is your standard forklift. You're going to have these in all kinds of places like shop yards, warehouses, all kinds of places like that. And knowing how to drive one of these is really going to help you. So let's get into it. But before we get started, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Alright guys, so before we really get into it, let's actually take a walk around this machine and look at what we've got here. So, on the front of the machine, you have your forks here. These are what slide under the crates or the packages that you're picking up. These have the ability to move up and down as well as side to side, and then also the angle can tilt forward and backwards. Those are the three controls that most standard forklifts have. Like most forklifts, it is a rear steering tire, so that allows for very, very tight turns. So when you steer, you're going to have these back tires turning rather than your front tires. It has forward and reverse like most vehicles do. The back of the machine is going to be very, very heavy as a counterweight for whatever you're lifting. Right here on the back is the fuel tank. A lot of these guys use different kinds of fuel like propane than your standard gasoline ones. Then obviously in the center you've got your standard, your seat and your seat belt, which obviously most things have. You've got your rear view mirror, and then you've got spotlights for operating at night. And then in here in the machine, you've got basic controls. So what do you got? You got your hours, so that records how many hours are on the machine, how old the machine is. It's like an odometer, but a little bit different. You got your switch here, which operates the aforementioned spotlights up there. Right here, you've got your coolant gauge, measures temperature of the engine. Oil pressure gauge measures the oil pressure in the engine. Your warning lights, so if something's jacked up, these lights are going to come on. If they're not on, you're pretty much good to go. Right here next to the steering wheel, you've got your forward, neutral, and reverse. In order to start the machine, it has to be in neutral. Once you get on the machine, you can see you've got two brake pedals down here. So you can press one or both of these in order to stop the machine. Over here, you've got your gas pedal, pretty much like any other car. Right here is your parking brake, so towards you is on, now it's off, on, and then off, pretty simple. Then right here you've got your levers. So the lever closest to the steering wheel is going to control the arm going up and down. The lever in the center is going to control the front of the arm going up and down like this. And finally over here is going to control the tines sliding back and forth. So now you have an idea on what they are. Let's actually fire this puppy up and see how to operate it. All right guys, let's start from the beginning. So got my key, super basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my foot on the brake, insert the key into the notch, look over here, make sure this guy is in neutral, not in forward or in reverse, but it is in neutral. Make sure there's nothing crazy. Make sure my parking brake is on. Now I'm going to turn the key one click, and then I'm going to start the engine. Pretty basic. So what do I do now? Well, first of all, I'm going to want to put the parking brake off. So now the parking brake is in the off position. So